And the best part is, this is what's crazy is this is the part where I go, okay, and it's only $400 a month. Guys, it's only free. Wanted to swear for emphasis there, but I did it without it. But freaking free, not paying for it. All right, guys, welcome to this off recording for what I hope is going to be a very to the point and brief breakdown of what is Revolt and what is this new free education platform that we're partnered with. So yes, I said free. I'm so freaking excited about that because for the last 3 years, I've been paying $250 a month for exactly what I'm about to show you. There's like over $9,000 over the last 3 years that I've put into the education, just the education for trading. And you're about to get access to this for free. So this is very exciting to me because my whole goal when I got, when I realized the power in it, when I started to make money with it, and I'll get more into that story, was, man, I can help people with this. Like I've always loved helping people get into TFSAs, RRSPs, just the basic stuff, because most of this generation, the younger generation, is going to get to retirement age and realize that I can't retire. We're told go to school, get a job, work till you retire. It doesn't just happen. You're not just magically going to have the money to retire when you get to the end of your career. And yeah, so it's just something I've always loved. It was helping people with money. And then I found this, this trading platform. Actually, my friend found it. So a little bit on that. I grew up on a farm, and I did nothing but hard labor my whole life. It was, oil field, railroad, pipeline, all the stuff you don't really want to do. And I loved it. And I was just always taught, you work hard, you're going to get the things, that you want to have. You're going to be able to do the things you want to do. And then you go do it and you realize that that's not really the case. It doesn't really work like that. And so I had a friend, I was working as a construction foreman, and I had a friend that was chasing me for months, literally over 3 months. Dude, you got to look at this thing. Like, I'm doing this. You got to look at it. And I want no part of it. Like, leave me out of this. Like, your magic internet money, it's a scam. Just leave me alone. And I got to a point, working as a foreman where you work all day and your mind's on work all day, but then you don't get to turn off because you go home and you're planning, what is your crew going to do the next day? Like, what is going to be the process throughout? So I don't know. I was drained. I was exhausted. Didn't want to be doing what I was doing. I was like, whatever, dude, I'll look at this thing. And 3 months from that point, I had a morning trading that paid me more than a day's pay. This was a morning before 8 a.m. It was already an annoying day. I went to my job site an hour away, forgot my boots, drove back, and then back out to site. I had made over $4,000 before 8 a.m. And I was like, okay, so if this is possible, like if I can really do this from my phone, what am I doing here? And so I sat in my foreman truck, I wrote up my resignation, and I put in my 2 weeks notice, and that was the last time I worked a full-time job. Yeah, it's just crazy what this thing can do. So I made a decision right there. Like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make sure it works for me. And I have this thing, and I'm going to be able to give it to people. But I'm trying to give it to people, and it's like, yeah, so your first month is going to be 400 Canadian dollars, and then every single month after that, you're going to be 250. So, like, don't get me wrong, I had a lot of success helping people with this thing. I had a lot of people that had a lot of major success with this thing, but just that 250 a month was out of reach for a lot of people. It was out of reach for me a lot of times. I struggled through it a lot of those times. Like I said, it was 3 years straight. And, trading is ups and downs. Like, you're not always going to be perfect, especially when you're learning and you don't have, take some time to get that mindset, which is why we've built these systems and why I love doing what I do, because I can take what I learned not to do, what I learned to do, just the same as all of the people I'm going to sort of introduce you to that are part of Revolt. The educators we have access to, the high-level individuals that have been doing this for over a decade, they're able to give you that information. I'm stubborn. I like to learn the hard way. Maybe I don't like to, but I just tend to, and it is what it is. But the systems in place are going to help you get to a point of understanding much faster than it was for someone that decides to go to YouTube and try to pick apart the information and kind of put it together and build a thing, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Going through that and having that much success, inside of 3 months, it was like, not only can I do this, but now I have something real, like a TFSAs, RSPs. Like, it's good, your money's going away, but this is something where I can help people build real wealth, like actually make money. Like, again, for example, I'm going to say some things. I'm going to show you some things. I don't want it to come off as bragging. I really do not. Like, I really want you to understand that I'm telling you these things because it's possible for you. It shouldn't have been possible for me, but because of these systems and because of these people that we're partnered with, these educators that we get to learn from, it is possible and it's attainable. And now it's free. So I guess with that being said, I'm just going to get into some stuff. I'm going to show some receipts right away. Just, again, not to brag, to show what's possible. And I'm just going to get into it. So first one here, this one's a little bit older. This is around a year old. Here we go. And what this is showing, the main point of this thing is showing that you really don't have to be great in order to get massive results. So this is on a funded account. That's how I started. So it's a $200,000 funded account. Like, I paid like $1,000 for this. And in 20 days, I traded for 14 of those days, and I came out of it with 19,500 US dollars. Okay, that's crazy in itself. 14 days I traded, I came out of it with about 26,000 Canadian dollars. What's crazy is that I lost 71% of the trades. I only won 28.8% of the time. I came out of it with 19,500 US dollars. It's crazy. Next one here. So this was in March. I started this account at the start of the month, and I deposited $6,400. I profited 7,500. Oh, sorry. I withdrew 7,500 from this account at this point, at the time of the screenshot, in around 20 days, a couple weeks. I tripped myself up because I was trying to add the withdrawals and the commission. So the commission is money that was taken. This is like a fee for trading, but the profit on that $6,400 was $25,242. So I withdrew 7,500, and long story short, the total account was about $32,000 by the time I stopped trading, because that was good for a while. Like, I made my money, I made a chunk of change, and it's just like, need to reset the psychology. And we're going to get more into that. Psychology is the hardest part. The trading, everything else is super easy, but mastering your emotions, the fear, the greed, the euphoria, that's the only difficult part. But again, we make that easy with the education. I'm going to touch more on that. So that's about $25,000 in a couple of weeks, long story short. This is another one. I started this account on November 7th. This is something I shared to the results channel, so it looks like this. So I deposited $2,500. I got a $500 credit. So this is free money that the broker gives you to trade with. You can't pull it out, but it's there to trade with. It's extra equity. At this point, I had withdrawn $5,700 for $66,000 in profit, and I had the original balance of $3,000 in there. So there's actually $3,500 in the account because of that credit. So from $2,500 by the end of this, I pulled out around, I pulled out around $10,000 from this account that I started with $2,500 in under a month. And again, just to show what's possible, you don't need a lot of money to make a lot of money. So from there, we're going to go into more of the community, like what is Revolt. And Revolt is a community of like-minded individuals, people that are on the same wavelength as you, trying to do better, grow better, help other people get better. It's doing something different to get a different result, going against the grain, revolting against the odds. The whole revolt is just doing something different to get a different result. All right, well, I made a mistake and I started showing all this stuff without having the screen open. So we're going to do it right this time and have it on the proper screen and shared. Okay, so we are on the results channel. It's super fun. So Corey, November 20, $40. And this kind of goes on forever. I'll keep it brief here. Um, Caden, $87. Caden used to work at McDonald's. I remember, he was learning to trade while he was still working at McDonald's, and he'd make his day's pay at McDonald's and then go to work at McDonald's. And the day's pay is like in the morning before work, and then he'd go. Anyways, he's super young. I don't even think he's 20 yet. Mo here, best trade yet. Mo's not even 20. $14,000 on gold. And again, when I pull up charts, like, don't freak out. It's super simple. You'll pick it up in no time. It's super simple. The systems are designed for you to become a good trader as fast as possible. And obviously not all the results are going to be like that, but like $20, an extra $20, man. Come on, extra $41, an extra $215. Yeah, took some losses and still came out on top. Deposited $250, profited $2,200. Again, this goes back to what I mentioned earlier, where you don't need a lot of money to make a lot of money. You don't have to be perfect. You're never going to be perfect to make a lot of money here. You've got a row of losses here totaling, let's just say $300, but he's still up $2,200. He's pulled out $1,000. He, she, Jordan Armstrong. He's pulled out $1,000, and he still has $1,600 in the account when he started with $250. Crazy. 769. Some small wins. It's great. Love to see it. Someone that's new to the community making good trades. Like, that's where it starts. You start on practice accounts or small accounts where you're not risking a lot of money. Oh, there's $41 in there still. 28, 17, 75. Anyways, you get the point. Family, this is like, it's a good place to, drop your day, welcome the newest members. It's a super, this is an amazing community. Like, everyone wants to see you grow. And then we'll get into, on that point, the trade room. So the trade room is people that, of all levels of skill, from brand new first day to have been doing this for 10 years. Like, for example, Donovan Taylor. This is an educator for like 60,000 people across the planet. And we have him, he's part of Revolt. Like, he's one of the co-founders of Revolt. And, someone that grateful to talk to basically every day. Someone that, if you drop something in the chat, someone is going to have an answer for you. If you have a question, there's an answer. If you have a problem, there's a solution. And our goal is to make sure you don't go through the same things that we went through when we were learning. And yeah, it's just an amazing community. They're dropping trades, for example, Euro, EUR, UST. That's Euro versus the US dollar. Your entry range is $1.16, 740. Anyway, irrelevant. This is where you're going to get in the trade. This is your out of the trade, and this is your out of the trade with profits. And so you put these parameters in, you copy the numbers, you paste them in, you put it like into your trade app, and you forget about it. That's it. Like, those are free trades, free money shared to you. And yeah, okay. Anyways, that's enough of Revolt. So that's Revolt. The community that it's the reason we win. Truly, like, the education is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but the reason we win is just that instant answers, like instant. You text me, hey, I'm struggling with this. I'm going to have that answer, or I'm going to get you that answer, or I'm going to get you on a call with somebody that has that answer. Or I'm going to send you something that has that answer, and we're going to figure it out till you're making money. And so, yeah, with that being said, getting into the actual education platform, I really want to reiterate again that this is so beautiful. It's such an amazing platform. This is identical, nicer than the platform I learned from, the platform that I've paid over $9,000 into, $250 a month, $400 to start, $250 a month is what I used to, have to sell people. And I wasn't getting anything from that. I was just sharing the wealth with them. And now it's free. You have this for free. It is insane. I love it. I'm so excited about it. So kind of like, what is it? How do you do it? How to start? So your first steps are the basics, right? What is it? What is Forex? Intro to Forex, what trading styles, your foundation goes a little bit deeper, introduction to mindset, psychology, like we talked about earlier, setting up trading route, how to read the charts, and it just gets more advanced from there. And this is you're building the foundation, right? You're not building a skyscraper on sand. You want to build that solid foundation first. You're building down to go up, and that's what this is. This gives you like everything you need to know. It's not going to make you, an insane professional trader. You can go out and you can trade with this. You'll be better than 99% of traders just with this alone, because most people are learning from, Google, like how to trade, and you get a bunch of chart patterns. And, I'm not going to get into smart money, but long story short, the people that control the markets, actually, I will get into that a little bit. The people that control the markets know how most people are learning. That's why 99% of traders are not profitable. That is why we are like all making money. That is why Revolt wins, is because we have the proper education. We know why the markets move, and this is why the markets move. Okay, so this is updated. It was $7.4 trillion a day is what this used to say. Look at this. According to the 25, whatever that is, bank survey coordinated by the Bank of International Settlements, average daily turnover was $9.6 trillion in April of 2025. $9.6 trillion a day going through these markets, right? That's an insane, incomprehensible number. What is more insane, what is disgusting about this is that these are the market participants, right? All of these are what? They're banks and institutions. So these banks and institutions, JP Morgan accounts for 10.78% of that. What did I say? $9.6 trillion a day? $9.6 trillion a day. JP Morgan is 10.8% of that. So these top 10 institutions control over 65% of that market, of that 66 point. You get my point. They control the markets. They control everything. So when you're going to the markets, you're not just, pressing buy. You're not doing anything. You could have $100 million. You're not doing anything. All you have to do is get in the markets and do what they do. If you go against the banks, you're going to get robbed. They're going to take your money. And that is why we're focused on smart money, because smart money is where you get paid. And the reason that most people don't get paid is because they're going to YouTube and they're watching some trader who made some wins and shared some profits on a demo account, and you don't know where the information is coming from. Plus you're getting maybe some advanced stuff, you're getting some basic stuff, and then advanced, intermediate, and you're trying to smash it together. No, we're going to go step by step, one thing at a time, until you understand the foundations, right? You understand why the markets move. You understand the psychology. And then we're going to get you into an actual strategy. Like, for example, this isn't completely finished yet, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. So this is the Revolt's parts to the education platform. We've got our own beautiful piece of the whole platform. So this is smart money. Again, this goes back to Donovan Taylor, the educator I was just talking about. This education here is why I've been able to do $30,000-$40,000 in a couple of weeks multiple times. It's the reason I've been able to travel the world, see, I think it's 12 different countries now, drive a foreign car. It's this is not to brag. This is what did that for me. And you have access to it for free. Please do not sleep on this. So understanding how the banks move the money and how you can ride with them, how you cannot get smoked by them. On top of that, live sessions with these educators as well. Live sessions with Donnie, live sessions with the other educators, where they'll actually share trades with you live. They're looking at the markets, they're analyzing the markets, they're doing their thing, and they'll actually be able to find trades. And if they find a trade, you can take that with them live. It's not like university where you go to school for 4 years and then you have to maybe get a job, and now I'm working at McDonald's because I can't find a job in my industry. No, you can make money on the spot with the educators while they're teaching you how to do it. It's like going to business school, and on your first day of school, they're like, okay, so we're going to set you up with a business today, and you're going to have a profitable business by the end of today's lesson. No, you're going to go to school for 4 to 6 to 8 years, spend over $100,000, and maybe get a job. No, this is different. This is okay. anyways, off topic. So that's kind of the education side of it, the basics, the foundation, going into an educator, picking and doing their strategy, learning how they do what they do with receipts. They're profitable people. That's why they're teaching. Primeverse isn't just going to have anybody teaching. I'll explain more on this in a minute, but like this is free. So they get paid when people know how to trade, right? You have to do good as a trader. So they are incentivized for you to have the best possible education. So actually, I'll just touch on that right now. So if you put your money in a bank, right, you're getting charged $16 a month or whatever, like 50 cents a day to have that bank account, right? You send an e-transfer, you pay $1, whatever it is. Like it's just small fees on transaction. That's why your bank account's free, but they make money on transaction. Exact same thing here. So the broker I've been using for the last few years is called PU Prime. And you're going to don't just search this, you're going to want this link because joining with Revolt gets you 100% deposit bonus. So say you put $100 into your trading account, you're going to get 200. You put 1,000, you're going to get 2,000 to trade with. Obviously, you can't pull that money out like I talked about earlier, but it's your money to trade with. And then they take a very small piece of that, and that's how they pay for this. So they're incentivized for you to make money. They want you to make the absolute most amount of money possible, and that's how they're going to get paid. So this is why you're getting the best education, and you're getting it for free. So Siphon AI, this is automated, so it's like a say TFSA RSP, except it's trading and making money automatically. So essentially, you put your money here, and over the last 5 years, 1,178%, averaging 4.8% monthly. 4.8 monthly is absolutely insane, and that's an average, of course. There's a lot of money in this, like over $100 million in this fund. Perfectly safe. You're covered with PU Prime. The money you put into PU Prime, you're covered up to $1 million. So if you've got over $1 million, we can talk about it. But your money is safe. Zonar, this is actually what I have pulled up over here. This is pretty cool. So again, don't freak out. This is all super simple. The market repeats itself at different levels. But you've got here, you see the bull OB. That's a bull order block, which is a part of smart money. You'll learn this, super simple. But what this is saying is we think it's going to go up. This scanner, this algorithm thinks it's going to go up, right? Bull OB, what happens? Money. Bull OB, what happens? Make money. Bull OB, what happens? Make money. Bear OB, so bull is up, bear is down. Bear OB, what happens? Money. And it just makes things so simple. Like everything in here is just made to make it simple for you to learn, make it simple for you to do, so that you can make money from your freaking iPhone. I love this so much. I love all of this so much. Back to the education, Oracle. Lastly, one of the most important things, I would hope that any trader you talk to is going to say documentation is the most important thing. Knowing when you did best, when you did worst. So you can trade in those good times and stay away from the bad times. Like, for example, a lot of traders only trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever. I myself trade Sunday to Thursday. I don't trade Fridays. And, that was by documenting. When do I do best? What times a day do I do best? This is going to tell you how much you're making. It connects directly to your trading account. It's from PU Prime. You're connecting it to your PU Prime trading account. There's no outside. It's all safe, obviously, and it's going to automatically track. So instead of I'm getting in this trade because this, and I'm getting out of it because this, I made this much, whatever. No, it just does it automatically. Simplified education, simplified trading, simplified documentation. Everything is just simplified. And I think that's about what I can share with you. The only thing you have to do, like I said, this is a free platform. The only thing you have to do is show PU Prime that you're going to use their brokerage, right? They're giving you the free education. All you have to do is show that you're going to use their brokerage. So they just ask that you make a deposit into your account. And the best part is, this is what's crazy is this is the part where I go, okay, and it's only $400 a month. Guys, it's only free. Wanted to swear for emphasis there, but I did it without it. But freaking free. not paying for it. That, on top of that, when you put money in, you put your $100 in, they're going to double that to 200. You put $1,000 in, they're gonna double that to 2,000. You can do that in, so say you used USD, US currency. That's like 1,400 Canadian. So if you wanted to get more money doubled, you could just do a USD account, put in the equivalent to 1,000 USD, so like $1,400. Now you're going to have a $3,000 trading account, and you only put $1,400 in, $1,500, whatever it was. And yeah, so that 100% bonus is to $1,000, but then everything after that is 20% too. So that other account I showed you where I put $2,500 in, I got another $500 free to trade with. So on that 100% bonus, let's say you put $100 in, you get the extra $100. I would recommend $250 just to give you like a $500 account, and you can risk super small. Like there's not a lot of risk. We'll talk about that. And so okay, with the $100 account, let's just use this as an example. You put $100 in, you get it doubled to $200. Now, say you lose that original $100 over some time, you still have that original, sorry, that free $100, that 100% deposit bonus to make it back, right? You can't take that money out, but it's there for you to trade with. It's your money to trade with, and it's just it's just amazing. PU Prime is an amazing broker. That's about what I can say. So I don't know. It is January 2nd right now. So like we're at the new year, right? I've talked to people about this for years, and a lot of people are on that. I'll do it later, right? I'll do it when I'm ready. The thing is, you're never going to be ready for whatever it is you want to do. It's a fake. That's a fake thing. You're never going to be ready. Life doesn't work like that. What you need to do is do it. You need to start. Whether it's this or anything else, I don't care. Whatever it is you're thinking about doing, just do it. One, now you've started. Two, you're going to build that habit of just doing it. So I guess with that being said, just like don't sleep on this. It's free education. I don't know if it's going to be free forever, but right now it's free, and this stuff changed my life. It's changed so many lives. Like I said, back to everyone here in Revolt will say the exact same thing. This stuff is life changing. To make money from your phone, literally jet boating across the ocean. After flying me and my girlfriend out to Thailand for 2 months and flying across an ocean, making money from my phone. It's just crazy. On the beach, sipping whatever I was sipping, making money from my phone, pushing buttons. Not to brag. You can do this from anywhere in the world, and is a skill that can't be taken away from you. Anywhere in the world, anytime. And yeah, look forward to seeing you on the inside. I would be happy to get on private calls, talk to you about it. Like I said, this is my passion. This is what I love doing. I love sharing this with people. And what's crazy is I was never ever the guy to get in front of the room and talk. And it's just like it's just growth in all areas. That's Revolt. Teaches you how to be a better person, be the person you want to be, whether that's wealth or whether that's confidence or whatever it is. This is growth. With that being said, I think that's enough.